General Science Test 1. Find out if you are ready to take the General Science portion of the ASVAB with our up-to-date, 50 multiple-choice question General Science Practice Test 1. You'll boost your knowledge and determine your current exam readiness. Bile is a substance secreted to help digest fats. Bile is stored in the A. Stomach, B. Kidneys, C. Small intestine, D. Gallbladder. The correct answer is D. Gallbladder. The gallbladder is a small organ next to the liver that secretes bile. If your gallbladder is malfunctioning, eating fatty foods will result in a very bad stomach ache. Which element in the protein hemoglobin, found in red blood cells, is responsible for binding oxygen? A. Iron, B. Calcium, C. Magnesium, D. Titanium. The correct answer is A. Iron. Iron is found at the center of each of the hemoglobin subunits and is responsible for grabbing oxygen from the air in the lungs and releasing it as it travels through your body. As a result, iron deficiency can cause a lowered level of red blood cells and lower your ability to exercise. When a blood vessel is injured, which of the following is responsible for clotting? A. White blood cells, B. Platelets, C. Actin filaments, D. Dead bacteria. The correct answer is B. Platelets. Platelets are small proteins in the bloodstream that react when the body signals an injury and are the primary mechanism of clotting. If CaCl2 is mixed with Na2SO4 in aqueous solution, which of the following is a possible product? A. Ca2SO4, B. NaCa, C. NaCl, D. Cas. The correct answer is C. NaCl. If these compounds are mixed in aqueous solution, a double displacement reaction will likely occur, because they are both ionic compounds. As a result, the two primary products formed will be NaCl and CaSO4, but not Ca2SO4 because this molecule would have to hold a charge and would be unstable. The Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. About how many years ago did life first appear? A. 3.5 billion years. B. 1.5 billion years. C. 3.5 million years. D. 1.5 million years. The correct answer is A. 3.5 billion years. There are many arguments about when life first appeared on Earth, with some estimates placing life starting as long ago as 3.8 billion years. The generally accepted estimate is 3.5 billion years ago, and these first life forms were single-celled organisms and RNA molecules that could self-replicate. The Sun's energy reaches the Earth's surface primarily in the form of A. Visible light radiation, B. Ultraviolet radiation, C. Gamma radiation, D. Magnetic waves. The correct answer is A. Visible light radiation. The Sun's energy reaches Earth in the form of visible light. Some ultraviolet radiation does reach the Earth's surface, but much of it is blocked by the ozone layer and particles in the atmosphere. Which type of rock would likely be found at the bottom of a riverbed? A. Sedimentary. B. Igneous. C. Metamorphic. D. Basalt. The correct answer is A. Sedimentary. Sedimentary rock is formed from sediment, which is a mixture of sand, shells, and other small pieces of material commonly located at the bottom of a river or lake. Basalt is a type of igneous rock, formed from volcanoes. Which of the following statements about the Earth is true? A. The interior of the Earth is not molten. B. The crust is the only part of the Earth that is solid. C. The mantle makes up the largest percentage of the Earth's volume. D. The average temperature of the Earth's core is 200 degrees Celsius. The correct answer is C. The mantle makes up the largest percentage of the Earth's volume. The mantle is the largest segment of the Earth's structure, and takes up the most space by volume. The crust is interestingly not the only solid part of Earth. The inner core is also solid, and is believed to be made up of a mixture of iron and nickel. If an unbalanced force acts on an object, then the object will begin to accelerate according to A. Newton's second law. B. Newton's first law. C. Kepler's laws of motion. D. Kepler's laws of resistance. The correct answer is A. Newton's second law. Newton's second law states that if an unbalanced force acts on an object, it will begin to move according to force equals mass x acceleration. On the other hand, Newton's first law states that an object will remain at rest unless acted upon by a force. Kepler's laws are related to planetary motion. In meiosis, one parent cell becomes how many daughter cells? A. 1. B. 2. C. 4. D. 8. The correct answer is C. 4. Meiosis involves two successive divisions, meiosis I and meiosis II, resulting in 4 daughter cells from one parent cell. These daughter cells are genetically diverse and haploid, containing half the chromosome number of the parent cell. Meiosis I separates homologous chromosomes, producing 2 daughter cells. Meiosis II separates sister chromatids, yielding 4 daughter cells total. The potential energy of an object with a mass of 5 kilograms that is placed 20 meters above the surface of the Earth is most nearly A. 345 joules. B. 981 joules. C. 245 joules. D. 490 joules. The correct answer is B. 981 joules. The potential energy of an object is equal to EP equals mgh, where m is the mass, g is the gravitational acceleration constant, and h is the height. The gravitational acceleration is 9.81 meters per square second. As a result, we can calculate the potential energy to be EP equals 5 kilograms 9.81 meters per square second 20 m equals 981 joules. One of the reasons bacteria can be so deadly is because they multiply very quickly. E. coli has a doubling time of around 15 minutes. This means that if 100 bacteria are left alone for 2 hours, they will multiply to become A. 12,400 bacteria. B. 18,400 bacteria. C. 25,600 bacteria. D. 36,600 bacteria. The correct answer is C. 25,600 bacteria. Organisms which help one another survive by providing a mutual benefit to each other are known as A. Parasites. B. Symbionts. C. Omnivores. D. Heterotrophs. The correct answer is B. Symbionts. Symbiotic organisms, known as symbionts, provide a mutual benefit to one another. For example, the clownfish helps to defend sea anemones from various predators, while the sea anemone's poisonous tentacles provide a safe home for the clownfish, which is immune to the anemone's poison. In taxonomy, which classification comes after family? A. Species. B. Genus. C. Order. D. Phylum. The correct answer is B. Genus. The taxonomic classification proceeds according to life, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, with the higher classifications encompassing more organisms. All of the following are phenotypic traits except for A. Red hair. B. Blue eyes. C. Missing 22nd chromosome. D. Wide ears. The correct answer is C. Missing 22nd chromosome. Phenotypic traits are observable or measurable characteristics of an organism, such as physical features, e.g., red hair, blue eyes, wide ears. Missing 22nd chromosome refers to a genetic abnormality, a genotypic trait, which may cause observable phenotypic effects, e.g., developmental issues, but the chromosome abnormality itself is not a phenotypic trait. The cell membrane is a structure composed primarily of A. Carbohydrate. B. Lipid. C. Protein. D. DNA. The correct answer is B. Lipid. The cell membrane is a lipid bilayer and is composed primarily of two layers of lipid molecules that are lying opposite to one another. The cell membrane does contain some protein, but not very much. Of the following layers of the atmosphere, which is the closest to the Earth's surface and contains the majority of clouds? A. Exosphere. B. Mesosphere. C. Troposphere. D. Stratosphere. The correct answer is C. Troposphere. The troposphere is the lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere, extending from the surface up to about 8 to 15 kilometers, varies by location. It contains 75% of the atmosphere's mass and nearly all weather phenomena, including clouds, precipitation, and storms. Temperature decreases with altitude in this layer, creating conditions for cloud formation. Which of the following body systems is most closely associated with the immune system? A. Respiratory system. B. Digestive system. C. Lymphatic system. D. Muscular system. The correct answer is C. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is responsible for recycling dead cells, including dead bacteria and other infectious organisms. As well, the lymphatic system carries lymph, which has the highest concentration of white blood cells, lymphocytes. One of the primary characteristics of a bacteria is its A. Lack of a cell membrane. B. Ability to consume glucose. C. Ability to move. D. Lack of a nuclear membrane. The correct answer is D. Lack of a nuclear membrane. Bacteria are prokaryotes, which means their genetic material, DNA, is not enclosed within a nuclear membrane. This is a defining feature of prokaryotic cells. In contrast, eukaryotic cells, e.g., plant, animal, fungal cells, have a nucleus surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Which of the following planets has a perfectly circular orbit? A. Earth. B. Mars. C. Jupiter. D. None of the above. The correct answer is D. None of the above. All planets in our solar system, including Earth, Mars, and Jupiter, have elliptical orbits, oval-shaped paths, due to gravitational interactions and Kepler's laws of planetary motion. A perfectly circular orbit, with an eccentricity of 0, does not exist in reality. Even Earth's orbit, which is the most circular of the three options, has a slight eccentricity, almost equals 0.0167, making it slightly elliptical. Mars and Jupiter have more pronounced elliptical orbits. Sound waves will travel the fastest in a medium that is A. The least dense. B. The most dense. C. The most electrically conductive. D. The least electrically conductive. The correct answer is B. The most dense. The speed of sound is directly proportional to the density of the material through which it travels, with the speed being faster in more dense materials. For example, the speed of sound in air is 343 meters per second, but the speed of sound in water, a more dense substance, is 1,463 meters per second. A calorie is actually a measure of energy, and is equivalent to how many joules? A. 4.18. B. 5. C. 7.23. D. 9.1. The correct answer is A. 4.18. A calorie is defined as the amount of energy required to heat 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius, and is equal to 4.18 joules. Thus, when you eat food, you can calculate how much energy you are taking in. However, food calories are actually kilocalories, meaning if you eat a chocolate bar with 140 calories in it, it is actually 140,000 calories. What is the molecular weight of the compound C2H5O? A. 35. B. 41. C. 45. D. 48. The correct answer is C. 45. To find the molecular weight of a compound, we add up the masses of each individual element. Carbon has an atomic mass of 12, hydrogen is 1, and oxygen is 16. Thus, 12, 2, plus 1, 5, plus 16 is equal to 45 atomic mass units. Craig ran 2.5 miles on his afternoon run. How many feet did he run? A. 5,280. B. 7,340. C. 13,200. D. 15,840. The correct answer is C. 13,200. There are 5,280 feet in a mile, meaning that 2.5 miles is 13,200 feet. The Earth's surface is covered by approximately what percent water? A. 40%. B. 55%. C. 70%. D. 85%. The correct answer is C. 70%. The Earth's surface is primarily covered by water, with 71% of the Earth's surface being oceans, lakes, or rivers. Blood that flows back from the body will enter the heart through the A. Right atrium. B. Left atrium. C. Right ventricle. D. Left ventricle. The correct answer is A. Right atrium. Blood flowing back from the body is low in oxygen and will enter the right atrium, where it proceeds to the right ventricle and then is pumped to the lungs. A nerve impulse is transmitted through your nervous system primarily by A. An electric potential. B. The flow of ATP. C. An influx of magnesium ions. D. A combination of all of the above. The correct answer is A. An electric potential. Nerve impulses are transmitted in the nervous system primarily through the means of electric potentials, which are generated by a change in the balance of sodium, potassium, and calcium ions in the nerve cell. N of their magnetic waves. These two poles are the A. North and west. B. North and east. C. South and north. D. South and west. The correct answer is C. South and north. The two poles of a magnet, which are responsible for generating magnetic field lines, often referred to as magnetic waves in this context, are the North Pole and South Pole. These poles are named based on their alignment with Earth's geographic north and south poles. Magnetic field lines conventionally flow from the North Pole to the South Pole outside the magnet. Approximately how many bones exist in the human body? A. 100. B. 200. C. 300. D. 400. The correct answer is B. 200. There are 206 human bones in the body. We actually are born with more bones, about 260 to 270. However, many of these smaller bones fuse into one another by age 1, resulting in 206 official bones. The nucleus of an atom is composed of A. Electrons and protons. B. Protons and neutrons. C. Neutrons and electrons. D. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. The correct answer is B. Protons and neutrons. The nucleus of an atom is composed of protons and neutrons. The electrons orbit the nucleus in electron orbitals. What is the second most abundant gas in the atmosphere? A. Nitrogen. B. Carbon dioxide. C. Oxygen. D. Helium. The correct answer is C. Oxygen. Oxygen represents 21% of the Earth's atmosphere, and nitrogen is about 78%. The remaining 1 to 2% is made up of carbon dioxide, argon, and helium. As light passes through a substance, the incident angle changes, meaning the light's entering angle is different than its exiting angle. This is an example of A. Reflection, B. Diffraction, C. Diffusion, D. Refraction. The correct answer is D. Refraction. Refraction is defined as the change in direction of light, or a wave, as it passes through a material. Diffraction is wave interference by a medium which causes scattering of the light. If one tectonic plate slides under another, the process is known as A. Subduction, B. Inversion, C. Orogenesis, D. Abduction. The correct answer is A. Subduction. The process of one tectonic plate sliding under another is known as subduction. When neither plate moves under the other, the result is compression, and the two colliding plates will form mountains, a process known as orogenesis. Carbon dioxide can be consumed and converted into glucose by what type of organism? A. Insects, B. Animals, C. Plants, D. Fish. The correct answer is C. Plants. Plants are capable of photosynthesis, and they use light energy from the sun to consume carbon dioxide and water to form glucose. Two separate weather fronts will have air that is of different A. Speed, B. Density, C. Composition, D. Quality. The correct answer is B. Density. Weather fronts are distinct in their density, which is affected by moisture content and temperature. Plants are autotrophs, meaning that they A. Are able to grow very quickly, B. Are able to consume smaller organisms, C. Are able to automatically defend themselves, D. Are able to produce their own food. The correct answer is D. Are able to produce their own food. Autotrophs are organisms that are able to produce their own food. On the other hand, heterotrophs are organisms that must consume other organisms to survive. Plant and animal cells both have cell membranes and nuclear membranes. However, plant cells have a structure that animal cells do not, known as A. Cell wall, B. Mitochondria, C. Ribosome, D. Vacuole. The correct answer is A. Cell wall. Plants have rigid cell walls composed of cellulose and lignin which are used for support. Animal cells do not have cell walls. Another structure that plants have and animals do not is the chloroplast, which contains chlorophyll. Muscles in the human body require what energy compound to function? A. NAD, B. Fat, C. RNA, D. ATP. The correct answer is D. ATP. Muscles require ATP, adenosine triphosphate, as their immediate energy source for contraction. ATP releases energy when it is hydrolyzed into ADP, adenosine diphosphate, and inorganic phosphate, powering muscle fiber contractions. While NADH, A, plays a role in cellular respiration to generate ATP, and fats, B, serve as long-term energy stores, they are not the direct energy compound used by muscles. RNA-seq is unrelated to energy transfer in this context. Thus, ATP is the primary energy currency for muscle function. If a bowling ball is pushed with 20 newtons of force and has a mass of 4 kilograms, what is its initial acceleration? A. 5m/s². B. 4m/s². C. 2.5m/s². D. 9.8m/s². The correct answer is A. 5m/s². The equation to calculate acceleration from force is F equals ma. Given a force of 20 n and a mass of 4 kilograms, we can find that 20 n/4 kg equals 5m/s². Acceleration. When a human cell divides in mitosis, the two daughter cells will each have A. 23 chromosomes. B. 46 chromosomes. C. 13 chromosomes. D. 35 chromosomes. The correct answer is B. 46 chromosomes. The human genome has 23 pairs of chromosomes, meaning that each cell has a total of 46 chromosomes. In mitosis, each daughter cell has a full copy of the parent's DNA, and will also have 46 chromosomes. In an electromagnetic wave, as the frequency of the wave becomes greater, what becomes shorter? A. The wavelength. B. The velocity. C. The spring constant. D. The node. The correct answer is A. The wavelength. In wave physics, equals V/F, where is the wavelength and F is the frequency. As a result, as frequency increases, the wavelength must decrease if the velocity stays the same, which it does, because velocity is an independent property in this equation. Which of the following time periods is the longest? A. Eon. B. Era. C. Age. D. Period. The correct answer is A. Eon. In the geologic timescale, an eon encompasses 500 million years, whereas an era encompasses 100 to 150 million years. Periods and ages are much shorter, in the range of 1 to 10 million years. Water has a heat capacity of 4.2 J/Gc. This means that to heat up 100 milliliters of water 1 degree Celsius, we need A. 420 joules. B. 540 joules. C. 1,280 joules. D. 2020 joules. The correct answer is A. 420 joules. The heat capacity tells us how much energy is needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance by 1 degree. Remember, water has a mass of 1 g per cubic centimeter, ml, and thus we have 100 grams of water. Thus, 100 G1C 4.2 J/Gc equals 420 joules required. In the lily flower, the red color is dominant and the white color is recessive. This means that if you cross a homozygous red flower with a white one, the offspring will be A. All red. B. All pink. C. Half red and half white. D. All white. The correct answer is A. All red. If a gene is dominant, then that means the crossing of a homozygous red flower with a white flower will result in all red offspring, who will be heterozygous. Which of the following is a characteristic of the tundra ecological biome? A. High rainfall. B. Moderate to high temperatures. C. Landscape dominated by shrubs and short trees. D. Grassy plains. The correct answer is C. Landscape dominated by shrubs and short trees. The tundra environment is characterized by very low year-round temperatures, low to moderate rainfall, and shrubs and short trees. Countries that are predominantly tundra include Canada and Russia. A train travels at 25 miles per hour for 3 hours. How far did the train move? A. 60 miles. B. 75 miles. C. 100 miles. D. 115 miles. The correct answer is B. 75 miles. If a train is moving at 25 miles per hour, then each hour it will travel 25 miles. If it travels for 3 hours, then it must have gone 25 times 3 is equal to 75 miles. Muscles in the human body require what energy compound to function? A. NAD. B. Fat. C. RNA. D. ATP. The correct answer is D. ATP. Muscles consume ATP in order to function, which is the primary energy molecule found in the body. ATP can be produced from many sources, but the most common one is ATP production from glucose, sugar. A solution contains 0.1 molar hydrogen ions, H+. This means the solution is likely A. Around pH 1.0. B. Around pH 4.0. C. Around pH 7.0. D. Around pH 10.0. The correct answer is A. Around pH 1.0. If a solution contains hydrogen ions, then it will be acidic, which means low pH. We can calculate the pH with the pH equation, where pH equals log H+, or we can use our intuition. 0.1 molarity of ions is quite strong, and we would expect it to be a strong acid, which would mean it must be below pH 2.0. Which of the following is the smallest unit of an element that still retains the properties of that element? A. Molecule. B. Atom. C. Proton. D. Electron. The correct answer is B. Atom. Atoms is the correct answer. Atoms are the smallest unit of an element that retains its properties. Which of the following is the process by which a solid changes directly to a gas without first becoming a liquid? A. Melting. B. Boiling. C. Evaporation. D. Sublimation. The correct answer is D. Sublimation. Sublimination is the correct answer. Sublimation is the process by which a solid changes directly to a gas without first becoming a liquid.